Hi guys, my name is Matt Bayless and I'm a beginner trader, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the exact software that I use to find my trade ideas. So let's get started. So the software I'm going to show you today is an AI software called Manara. Now Manara is not a signals platform, it's not a bot platform, it's literally artificial intelligence that scans the markets and everything to try and find trade ideas for you. So it's up to you then to go into this software, have a look at the trade ideas, and then base your trade off of that and whether it meets your trading plan or not. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to jump straight onto the computer and I'm going to show you around Manara exactly how it works and what it can do for you. Right, so we're going to jump straight into Manara, and this is the first thing you're going to see. You're going to open up Manara and it's going to have a random currency pair up on the screen, and it's going to have all these different patterns, different colors, different shaped lines or whatever. Don't let this distract you, don't let this freak you out. It's absolutely fine. What we're going to do, we're going to come over to this little box here. If you can't see that box, to come up to these three lines and click that color box and then untick it. So that just cleans everything up. Let's get rid of that. So what you can see now is just a plain chart. So if you're familiar with TradingView, it's exactly the same as TradingView. So this is powered by TradingView. It's got all the same tools on this. You can do all your trend line markings on here however you like. So exactly like you would on TradingView. So to find your currency pair, you can come up onto the top left corner there. You can type in whatever pair you want, British pound, USD, and it comes up there. I like to use Rwanda, so we can get that up there. Again, these patterns will come up. You can just click on these three lines there and tick them. We'll go through what some of these patterns mean in just a second, but I'm just showing you that in Manara we've got this TradingView style. It's exactly the same as TradingView, all the same tools. You can do all your markings and charts on there, but I personally still like to use TradingView. So let's jump into my favorite part about Manara. So on the top right hand side there we've got chart, which is what we're on now, and if we go over onto monitor, now this is where all the juicy stuff happens. This is where I get all my trade ideas from. So let's start up at the top. At the top there I've got a list of pairs there. I haven't changed anything there. These are a list of currencies, that I like to keep my eye on. We'll go into more detail about that. If you go over to the settings tab, let's scroll up to the top. Now what Manara does is it's a trading indicator. Well, not an indicator, it gives you ideas based on patterns in the chart. So I can tell Manara what sort of patterns I want to find. So right now I'm going to choose mature patterns. It means they are in the process of happening. The time frames I like to trade on, I like to trade on the 5 minutes all the way up to the 4 hour, depending on how much time I got in the day. If I got time, if I got a couple of hours, I'll probably stick with the 5 and 15 minute charts there and trade off there. If I haven't got much time and I'm doing it in the morning, I'll trade off a 4 hour or 1 hour chart, and I just like to use the 30 minutes as a bit of a reference. Coming down, so Manara doesn't just do forex, it also does commodity, metals, bonds and indices. So I just like to keep forex checked there, so that's exactly what I'm going to be trading. Come down below here, these are all the different types of patterns you can find on a candlestick chart. You don't have to know what each one of them are, but if you have a look what I got ticked here, these are the top 5 patterns. These are the top 5 most successful patterns within Manara. So you can take a screenshot of that, take a picture of that, and you can apply it to your own settings. And then down the bottom I like to be shown bullish and bearish pattern types. So let's close that. Let's go over to security. Scroll to the top. So what we're doing now is just selecting what trade ideas we want. So we want trade ideas from all the major pairs. I like to trade all of them, and I also like to trade some of the minor exotic pairs, but I try and choose the more common, the biggest, some of the major pairs within the minor pairs, if you get what I mean. So I don't go to anything obscured. If you keep coming down, so if you are trading bonds, you can do that. Indices, commodities, you can choose all your pairs and your metals there. All of these are available for you. Now let's get to the chart here, what all this means. So if you have a look on the bottom here, so out of all those settings we set, what we're left down here are trade ideas based on the settings that I just set. So we got the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar here. We've got a bat pattern on the 5-minute time frame, and it's shown as complete, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And the risk to reward to risk ratio is 3.4. So if I click on this, it will show me the bat formation. Again, if you don't know what a bat formation is, you don't have to know this at all, but you can go and research this. And what this does is it gives you an entry point to a trade, it gives you a stop loss, it gives you a take profit 1 and a take profit 2. And because it shows as complete, this just means that this pattern has hit the entry area. So what you could do potentially is wait for this candlestick, wait for this pattern to come back down to entry point and then take it up, or you can put in a pending order, wait for it to come back down and to go back up. Now I personally, what I do, I got my own little trading plan, and you guys should have your trading plan. I will take this pair, I'll take the Australian dollar and Canadian dollar into trading view, and I will have a look at the chart. Is it in a downtrend, an uptrend, is it consolidation? I just make sure that this pattern here meets my trading plan. So what else we get from this? We can see it's already in motion now. So if you got in around by here, you're already in the profit zone. And what you're doing, you're risking, your reward to risk is 3.48. So basically that means you're risking, for every like $1,000 you're risking, you could earn just over $3,000. That's all that means really. So in my trading plan, I don't trade anything less than 3. So I will be taking a look at each one of these down here, because they're all above a 3, and we got a nice 4.9 there. I have looked at that one. I did consider taking this trade, but I wasn't feeling too confident about it. It wasn't meeting my trade plan, so I left it. And it basically tells you everything you need to know. It tells you whether, you can see the arrows there. If it's a red arrow, it means sell. If a green arrow is telling you to buy. It tells you all the different time frames you can go on, and whether the pattern is complete or incomplete. Now I've shown you a complete one. Let me show you what an incomplete pattern looks like. So what we can see here, so this one hasn't complete yet. So this guy is still on his way up. So once it hits this area here, once the candle closes in this area, it'll show up as complete. But we're just going to wait for it to come up to the entry point. And we'll probably put like a pending order in here. So when it hits that point, we'll enter the trade and ride it back down. So that's just showing incomplete. So incomplete, you can probably look at getting in. And again, if you go back to a complete, it shows it's already hit that area. So you can either wait till it goes up to the entry point, or you could possibly enter the trade now, but you will be risking more. So yeah, that is my favorite part of Manara, is this chart here. This is a chart I come to every single day. I get my ideas from here. These are not signals, these are just ideas. So you come on here, you find the idea, you do your own analysis. Basically, you take your ideas from here, go over onto trading view, mark it out on the chart, do your own analysis, and you decide whether it fits your trading plan or whether you enter that trade or not. So the other thing Manara can do, if you go over into the notifications here on the top right hand side, you can get notified of all these. So the settings you just put in of all these different patterns, you can get these sent straight to your Telegram. So we've got settings up here. We can select which notification we want sent straight to our devices on Telegram. We've got a watch list there of forex major pairs. And again, these just get sent straight through into your Telegram. You can check them out. If they match what your trading plan is, you can just open MT4 and enter the trade right there and then. But I myself, I just like to come in here. I'd like to do a bit more research. I like to check out the chart a bit more, check out what the price is actually doing, and before jumping into any trades. So I encourage you guys to do the same and use Manara just as a tool, basically, to find trades, and not use Manara as a signal. So if you enter every single trade on here, you're not going to do very well for yourself. You're just going to use this as an ideas for your trades. So yeah, that is a brief overview of Manara. So that is Manara, and I hope that video helped you understand exactly what Manara is and how you can use Manara yourself to find trade ideas and become a profitable trader. Now, if you'd like to find out more information about Manara, or you'd like to start using it yourself, go into the description of this video, click the link, and you can get the software right there. But for now, I'm just going to leave it right there, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.